Francisco Mayor-elect Daniel Lurie, 3 days away now from taking office. Today he hosted neighborhood cleanup events. He's going to do it again tomorrow. Lurie is asking neighbors to join in. Today he was in Ocean Beach, Ingleside, and Bayview. KRON 4's Jack Molmud has the story.
In San Francisco's Bayview, it's cleanup day from big to small.
And we're almost full out here.
Yeah.
But we got, what was that, 1 block?
Max Davis hangs around this neighborhood and decided to help clean up when he heard Mayor-elect Daniel Lurie would be hosting a local cleanup.
It's been cool to see him out here. Yeah, I was a supporter, and it's nice to see a face to the name.
He is a San Francisco resident and is looking forward to what this new administration will bring.
A little more safe feeling to be able to walk around downtown. Downtown would be nice if it was more of a city again, a walkable city.
And the mayor-elect himself, just days away from inauguration, is picking up piece by piece and greeting neighbors who also supported his election.
Oh, I just told him, to keep up the good work. When I met him, he was, I guess he was trying to get votes or whatnot, but he came to our church, and was just mingling with the people, and he seemed like he was down to earth,
Lurie is hosting several cleanups throughout the weekend.
Oh, I think there's a lot of hope and optimism. What I keep hearing is that hope is alive and well here in San Francisco.
But while his very early days of leadership in the city start off piece by piece, he was elected based on big plans to deal with perhaps the biggest cleanup of them all.
And then make sure we have safe streets as well. Make sure we get people off the streets that are suffering from mental health issues and addiction and get them into treatment.
Saturday, KRON 4 walked down 6th Street from Mission Street and saw dozens of people using drugs and lying on the street. Many people calling out for help, other people clearly not wanting our cameras in the area. Advocates say up to 500 people are here using drugs every night.
Making sure that 6th Street is clean, that we get people off the street and into the help that they need. I'm working with the Sheriff's Department and the Police Department. We are going to make sure that the entry points to our city are beacons of hope.
One of the mayor-elect's goals is to crack down on drug use and homelessness. Supervisor Matt Dorsey recently penned a letter to law enforcement agencies asking them if they have the capacity to arrest up to 100 people every night in the 6th Street and Tenderloin area. The letter also suggests forcing people into detox beds. Mayor-elect Lurie did not say if he supports that proposal or not, but did say he supports cleaning up the area.
My administration is going to make sure that we send a message to the country and to the world that you don't come to San Francisco to deal drugs or do drugs any longer.
And the mayor's cleanup efforts continue Sunday with events in the Tenderloin and in the Mission. And all of those events lead up to Wednesday at 11:30 in the morning, where Daniel Lurie will be inaugurated as San Francisco's mayor. It will be followed by an open house here at City Hall throughout the rest of the day. Reporting here in San Francisco, Jack Molmud, KRON 4 News.